Hello there. Oh, it's kind of cold. I don't want my beanie. Don't worry, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna real quick grab my splatoon beanie.
I love you. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. In a moment. I shall be correct. I shall be right back.
Good morning, everyone. I'm about to eat, so excuse the talking and chewing and talking with a mouthful, but kind of busy day. Everybody's off at school. It is 9:36. I have walked the dog, sent some emails to Jax while my eggs are cold. Just basic stuff. He's got his muffin club today after school, so I need to know if he needs a ride or if he's walking home with his friend. And then I went into his grade book, and he has a note in one of his computer science assignments saying that he could get an A+ if he corrects something. He still has Fs for those 3 assignments. Only one of them counts towards the grade, but it is bringing him down. He's up to a B- because of the new work that's been coming in, but I asked him to check on that again. That's all. And then I started looking a little bit into articles about reluctant writers. We gotta figure a way past this. I mean, if it was homeschool, I would try to gear all the content towards subjects he's into. And I can still do that, but I'd just be adding more writing on top of her writing, which might not be the best thing right now. So I need to think on that. I have a conference coming up on Halloween. I've also been packaging up a box. It's behind those spider plant babies. The Syndicats. I thought I returned to do the weird, I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but that first vest I tried to save money because the Amazon vest that I had gotten for Jax years ago went up in price. So I was like, okay, Sebastian needs a smaller one, but I'll just take a risk and try this one. Oh, this is so bad. Shorter, but just as wide as the 9-year-old's vest, and pocket's too small to put your hands in. The other one is perfect, needs to be washed. I don't have the yellow bias tape that I need to sew on the bottom, and he wants the yellow buttons. So I'm hoping in my ancient stash of my mom's old sewing supplies I have some. Otherwise I have to go out to a sewing store. They keep closing all the sewing stores near me. I have to go out to Sterling. So today I need to go out to where our post office box is. I guarantee you there won't be a paycheck for me. I haven't been paid in months. I'll need to write to my client. And, excuse the noise, I'm gonna have a couple of these mini donuts today because I let Shacks have what would be my second of the big donuts. That's more than my little mouth can handle. That's what she said. So I'm gonna need to go to the PO box. It's in a UPS store. So I'm gonna ship out that package. I can drop off Amazon returns at UPS store and check my mailbox. Because it's on the way to Panera. I contacted with my friend to see if she wanted to get together. She teaches some music classes to kids. And she has class this morning. So we're gonna do lunch at noon. I just need to watch the time. So I also need to go to the grocery store for some things that I either forgot to put on the groceries or just didn't get. Like napkins. I just took the last one. I'm eating dog hair, people. He's blowing out his summer coat. But I've got to decide if I want to do everything before I meet her at lunch and have the groceries in my car for an hour. It's gonna get up to 68. Or if I want to do half of it, like do the package sending and run the risk of being late because I don't know how long that'll take. I'm at the mercy of how busy that is. Or if I just braid, I'm leaning towards this. Once I'm done eating, braid, and then head out to go directly to lunch, get the groceries, and then do the packages on the way home. And then it'll be time to get Sebastian from the bus. Running the risk of that being tight. But I'll probably do that or some version of that. So I'm going to finish my breakfast and start braiding. I realized just now when I went up to pee that I didn't have eyeliner on. I haven't forgotten my eyeliner in years, but I do remember I went to like little gym with Sebastian and had his baby class and everything, and I get home and I finally look in the mirror again and it's like I have blonde eyelashes. It just looks like my eyes are bald. Okay, I think that's it. I'm gonna go continue on with my morning. Hi, Piggy.
Piggy, hi.
feel like it says a lot about my day when I haven't talked to you and the video is this short. I was wearing my mask to get Sebastian to sleep because he started talking about how one of his classmates was late to school because they vomited. But I came to school and sat at his table and he did not wear his mask. And then she was feeling sick and went home. Anyway, today I got everybody off to school, sent my emails off, and had breakfast a little early because I knew I was going to go out to lunch. Then I came up here and braided for an hour and then had to leave to meet my friend at Panera, and we had lunch. It was raining, but I told her I'd be willing to eat inside if it wasn't busy and we could find a little empty corner, and I did. Nobody was sitting in the back. But I don't know, it's going downhill. I'm not a super big fan of that Panera anymore. I don't think our favorite manager works there anymore. But it was a nice lunch. I just ate a bagel. I had no idea my stomach was hurting all day. But it was nice to catch up with her before we go out of town because we have a few days off. And if you take a few extra days, then you can make a trip of it. We almost did, but we decided not to. Since it's the kids' first quarter and Sebastian's definitely not doing well enough to take off. But after that, I had to say goodbye after just 1 hour because I was on a time crunch and I needed to get to the grocery store and get a few things and then get to the UPS store. Oh, I talked to you this morning. Okay. Where was the video clip? I just edited and I didn't have that video clip. Please tell me it was recording. If you saw it, then it was, and for some reason it didn't add when I was going through and adding all my clips. I will check after this, and I hope, because I talked for a long time while I was eating, and that would be super annoying if it didn't record. I don't think it did, because I don't remember seeing it. Anyway, I got the package sent off, and got a return of that vest sent off. I already got the money back because I chose just Amazon credit because I knew I already had something to order. I just ordered more immunity vitamins. So we're sharing them, and even taking half doses, it goes so fast with 3 people. But I got home in time to get Sebastian from the bus. And I tried to offer a few deals, and I wasn't wanting to take them. It was like you could play for an hour and then come in and do your homework, or you could do your homework now and just play. And nothing, he just like wanted none of the above. He wanted to crumple up his math worksheet. But ultimately it's like, let's just set a 5-minute timer and see how much you can do in 5 minutes, and you can take a break, and you could have your stuffed animals with you, whatever you need. He forgot to get his stuffed animals, but he let me set the timer, and he's actually really good at the greater than or less than. I only saw one mistake, and I was like, can you look back and see if you made a mistake? And he did find it on his own. So no drama. I was like, this is great. And I let him go outside and play with the kids that we don't like. And of course there's drama. I was coming back and forth with the drama. But eventually, Jax emailed me that he did want me to pick him up from his muffin club. Danny took the dog for another walk, but he went on a long one. I'm like messaging him, are you gonna be back? Because Sebastian doesn't want to stop playing and I need to go get Jax. Luckily he got home at like the exact right minute for me to go. So he watched Sebastian while I got Jax. Jax was super happy. He had a good day. His history test was actually a Socratic seminar, so everybody was in a circle chatting about their unit, and he got 100%. We just saw that score come in. So that's awesome. That pretty much locks in a high A for history for the quarter. I don't think there's anything else. The only thing that could dip down is math. He's got a test tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm so proud of him. He's doing great. He loved his muffin club. And we made his choice, the banana chocolate chip. I guess he had a group of 3 making a batch, and they ended up with 9 muffins, so we each got 3, and he ate 2 before he even left the building and was holding one to show me. I was in car line, so I couldn't film it or anything, and he was already like diving in, and he saved me like one last bite to taste. It tasted good. It tasted like muffin, lots of chocolate chips. But yeah, I got home with him, and Sebastian was like way too far away. I'm like, why is he playing over there? And Dino said, of course, he's not listening because he never does. And he's out there. We needed to have dinner, and he's like, oh, I'm not gonna go get him. And so I had to go over there and tell him he needed to leave. So he wanted to tell his friends that he had to leave, but they take off and go places he's not allowed to go on purpose, I think. They were like all the way down, a block and a half away across a big road. And so Sebastian starts throwing a tantrum because he can't get to them. He's like, just let me go. I won't cross the street. Just let me go. Like, no, you need to come in now. I was trying to use a firm voice. I'm just not very firm. And I was telling him, well, now you can't even play with them tomorrow because you're not listening. So I get a scooter and I start heading to the house, but I keep stopping because I'm like, come on, you need to go now. But Danny had already marched across the field to get him, and he's like, just take the scooter inside. So I get inside, and then I don't know what happened, but Sebastian got carried inside the house sobbing, and sobbed so hard that he made like little red dots appear around his eyes from the pressure of crying. First I was like, why are you getting a black eye? Did somebody hit you? Did you fall? And he was like so confused. But I realized when I went closer, there were little dots, and they were around both eyes, but worse around one. I hope they're better tomorrow. I also had to take him to the doctor. I don't think I mentioned, but he's had an ingrown toenail that I've been trying to do stuff to, and he won't let me do anything to it. I at least got Neosporin on it last night and tonight, but it's starting to look a little gruesome, so they need to do something about it. I called in the morning today and they didn't have any appointments, so I'm supposed to call tomorrow. You can't get an afternoon appointment unless it's the same day, so tomorrow I'll call them when they open and try to get an appointment for his toe. And we're not saying anything to him because we probably have to like cut things. He's going to be screaming and I'm going to be miserable. But yeah, it was a rough night because of how awful Sebastian behaved. But we ate takeout from the deli. I didn't film it. I was just trying to center myself and just in shock at how awful he was being. And I was trying to figure out a way to make my mermaid costume work because I can't find the nude bodysuit I got for it a million years ago, almost 10 years ago. I probably had to throw it away. And I can't find the shell bra. I do have this more modest, like one shoulder thing, like it has one sleeve, one cap sleeve, asymmetrical top that I can wear, but it's supposed to be like in the 50s and I worry that I'll just be too cold. So I tried to sew a little shawl thing that has sleeves, and it's just kind of like a caftan, I don't know what you would call it. Basically sewed a tube for my arms that has a hole for my head and a hole for my waist out of this sheer material I had left over from the genie costume. It has like little crystal droplets, which looks like water, but I don't know. It just looks weird. It looks like a mermaid went shopping at some matronly store at the mall and put that on. I don't know. So I could always wear the jellyfish. That was my backup from the beginning. That's why I went with underwater. I had 2 options. It's just not gonna look as cool because it's gonna be daylight. But I don't know. It'll get dark towards the end. We're actually supposed to stay till well after. Everybody's supposed to go home like 15 minutes after because they don't want to have any like kids getting run over by cars that are leaving. We're not allowed to drive until they've cleared the area, which makes sense. So we'll get a little dark. I don't know. So I'm leaning towards packing up the mermaid stuff. I've got the accessory bag. I tried it on multiple times and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I can't find the shell top. Like, it's not in the places it's supposed to be, which is really, really strange. So Halloween always stays in one place. But yeah, I just talked for so long. It was awful getting Sebastian to bed. He's just been worse. I need to start taking him up at 7:30 or something. Because now it is 10 o'clock and I'm finally out of there. I stay there for half an hour after he falls asleep. But I'm gonna edit this and get to bed. I don't know what to do. I'm like, ugh, there's 2 more days in the school week, and then I'm like, ugh, then it's the weekend and he's gonna be screaming at me all day long instead of just in the afternoon, and I just can't take it anymore. Alright, good night. Stay safe, be kind, and don't forget, wash your hands.